give us a quick introduction again, if you don't mind, about you, your company, what got you started.
Well, I actually graduated from the University of Montana, and oh gosh, I don't even want to say it out loud, a hot minute ago, in marketing and advertising, and was working in a corporate position, and they were just not letting me take time off to go be a mom. And I thought, you've got this one moment in time to be a mom, and then they grow up, as my kids are now 19 and 20 and off to college, and they don't need mom as much. And so I left CBS and was in their digital department and started my own agency, and made all of their games, all of their concerts, all of their events, and got to be the best mom that I possibly could on most days. Yeah.
That's cool stuff for sure. So you got a little bit into the cannabis arena as well. Go ahead and let us know how that's worked out in some of the events you've been involved in.
Sure. We had my agency produced Frenchtown Days for the last 2 years. We ended up not doing it this year. And when we started coming up with the concept, we wanted to make an event that actually really brought our community together with, COVID and the influx of everything that's happened. We don't know our neighbors anymore, which is kind of ironic. So anyways, my business manager and I started talking about creating this event, and she came up to me one day and she said, I got a new corporate sponsor. And I said, who is it? And she said, House Campus Farms. And I just talked to myself. We're producing a community event that is all about kids and no electronics. And oh my gosh, we've got a weed sponsor now, right? And since then, Madhouse is now one of our main clients for dispensaries. Brandon is hugely active in the Senate. They just opened their second location in Lola.
We're kind of lagging again.
Yeah, we're lagging hard.
So I don't know if it's us or her. So
she's frozen completely.
Yeah, I think she froze up.
Well, shoot.
This is this. We're just going to keep moving. So, well, it's good to know that at least if
I think we might want to. Oh man, that doesn't really work anymore, does it?
What's that?
New schedule.
Right.
All the three of us are freaking trying all the same. All different dispensaries spread out across town.
You know what? We might have to just say, you know what? We'll get it figured out. But we definitely know something's with it.
Yeah,
internet is not working well.
Definitely not getting internet service properly.
Whether it's us or her. So.
Oh no, it's definitely.
So she dropped out. So we've got 0 viewers right now. So.
Well, I don't know if it's actually letting us do any of this because it kept trying to like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're.
Yeah, just said those. So, but we'd have to open it up, and I'd have to send it out and look for it, and I don't know if we can. So.
All right. Well.
So I just got new internet, is what she said. So I think it's her internet. But let's go ahead and she's back. There she is.
I'm sorry.
It's all
That's
good.
what happens when you get new internet and you live in the boonies, I guess.
I totally understand. We've had a lot of fun with our internets as well. So we were like, well, and we are out in the boonies as well. So we are actually between Billings and Roundup.
Oh wow!
And so if you go outside, there's probably a deer sitting there eating off my drain field right outside my door, between us and the house. So literally, we do this this was our crypto shed that we used, and we turned the other half into the podcast, and then we still have the crypto stuff behind us, and that's why you see all the wires and cords and boxes.
Copy. Very cool.
All right, so I want to show you a video.
Okay, I want to see it.
Let's do it.
Let's see.
Heck yeah.
All right. First of all, let's remove all of us.
Yo, if your brand looking tired and your social's weak, call the guru, she don't miss a beat. Teal in the lab with the neon mind, vivid marketing and design on the climb. She got Montana hustle with a digital twist, no AI tricks, she hand builds the list. Custom logos, stories, tide turns, late night dreams in a launch site flight. She the Montana marketing guru, small biz magic. She'll do it for you from the ground to the brand. She sets it on fire. You ain't got reach, she'll take it higher. Vivid marketing and design, that's the play where hustle meets art every single day. She'll take you, maybe you make it true. Got an Etsy dream or a back road bitch, she'll flip the switch and make it fizz. You do the work, she makes it shine, all powered by vivid design. Montana magic, visuals clean, boss lady moves on the marketing scene. No copycats, her craft's divine. Respect the name, vivid marketing and design. She's about to shine. You bring the hustle, she'll bring the light, with colors, stories, and fonts just right. No templates here, she builds it clean. Marketing with a vivid dream. Vivid marketing and design. She's painting your path from logos to launches. She's got your back. Websites, socials, your brand's on the rise. T is a guru with Montana eyes. It's more than a look, it's a vision defined. Vivid marketing and design.
So what did you think of that?
That was amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll get that sent over to you and make sure you can use it. So
Awesome. That was wonderful. Thank you.
absolutely. It's one of our joys that we get to do with every single one of our guests. We try to make something, and that was like what. So it's like, do I focus it on her business? I'm like, yeah, we're focusing on our business. And then when I got the song, I was like, yep, this is it. This is definitely it.
Yes, you nailed it. 100%.
Well, I tried to get something that we would hope you could use for any of your own advertising as well. So
that's pretty cool. I'm very kind of blown out. Like, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You talked me up a lot, though.
Well, you know, I think you're pretty amazing. So I've seen the work you've done. So
Yeah, that golf tournament, I mean, that was a lot of work to put one of those together for sure.
Oh my gosh. And it was so much fun though, man. It was so much fun just watching our community come together and just to be stoners out in public and not hiding behind anything. Having clients like the Madhouses and the Madlands are amazing. They are out of the box thinkers. Very proactive on everything and always willing to let's take a shot and see what happens,
Definitely.
Mhm.
Well, we appreciate you inviting us over there. We absolutely had a blast.
Yes.
got to meet all kinds of wonderful people, get reacquainted with some of the old crowd for sure. And it was just a great event, and the setting was perfect over there.
Oh, and it was beautiful over there.
Yeah. It was a nice day for a golf tournament.
It was.
Yes,
Nice
it was.
day to smoke some pot. I mean, that's
Every day's a great day to smoke some pot, but that was a great day to smoke some pot.
Yes, it was.
Tell us a little bit more about your business journey, where it's taken you as far as the struggles and everything. Montana has a unique environment, so I mean, tell us a little more about that.
The key things with Montana. Are you wanting to talk about like just the marijuana industry?
Oh no, everything all together. Marketing,
Interesting.
Marijuana as well.
In general, perfect. Everybody says that we all are this like small town, hometown support and everything else, and truly Montana is anything in the communities when you let your community know what's happening around them. Most of the time, at least out here in the western side of the world that we revolve in. I mean, you guys are a little different over there and, Billings, but having your community just show up and make sure that they're supporting each other and also letting them know the locally owned businesses and who owns them. Their journey, their path. We've got clients from Bozeman to Big Fork, and obviously here in Frenchtown down in Thompson Falls. So we do quite a bit of traveling. I have a wonderful staff until my marketing manager that I have now. My staff, staffing kind of the same. You guys understand. Finding good employees is hard. Finding somebody you can trust and that they also treat your business like they own it as well.
Yeah,
is pretty important. So I've been very blessed that I have an amazing staff. And then I actually was able to bring on some more people. In the way of business, you have to either grow, adjust, or you're go get a job working for somebody else.
Yes.
And one of the key factors that I found working with Madhouse was trying to get around all of the marketing rules that change almost on a daily basis, it seems like, with our legislation. And how do we tell our consumers what we have and what's available without breaking any of the laws? Because every time you break a law, it's huge fines, right?
Mhm.
But then also as a consumer, I want to know, like, when is Infused Thursdays? When are your edible sales? What's happening in your shop? And so my manager, Ronnie, and I sat down and came up with this idea for our app. And that's kind of where we are expanding Vivid into, is going into the Puff Puff 406 app.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I think that's a
So
great idea for all this.
can you give us a little more rundown on the Puff Puff 406 app?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it's an app that we're developing only for locally owned dispensaries. Any dispensaries that are owned corporately out of state, they're not welcome to come play on it. And it's going to work just a lot like Weed Maps, with a few exceptions, because we are Montana. Our regions are actually, I set them up basically off of our hunting regions, because most of us are hunters. We're pretty used to them, and that's pretty much how the flow of our state works really well. And so any dispensary that wants to play on it will have access to email lists. We'll be able to let our consumers know exactly what you have going on within your region. So they'll be able to talk to their consumers directly, but then also market to them on different levels, depending on what package that they want to purchase from the app. And then as consumers, it's really cool. So it's going to obviously be locationally based. So it travels with you when you go across the state. You know exactly where it is. You have the reviews that we can do on everything. We'll do an inside 5-star review that consumers, we can go in and say, I went into this shop and this was on sale, and I'm giving them a 5. And then we're also going to do Easter eggs, where we'll have lots of different kind of hunts just to keep people interacting, and keep it fresh, keep it engaged. And then we're going to do a whole bunch of other things like, best bud tenders in your region, best indica, best sativa, lots of other kinds of fun things, just to make sure that all of our users are getting engaged correctly with all of our business owners as well.
Cool.
That's awesome.
That sounds like fun.
I know, right? I agree.
Have you thought about teaming up with somebody like on Hunt OnX, the hunting application that has also the gives you the landlord's name and everything else like that?
How would I team up with them?
I was thinking just get a hold of their team and say they
for the app development. I actually brought on a webmaster who is working on building that for me, as well as a couple of different salesmen too.
Nice.
I think
Very
all
nice.
watching right now.
It's that's a big undertaking for sure, and we wish you all the success, and definitely let us know. We'd love to get our dispensaries listed on your service.
It's something that I have it priced very affordably, especially if you're doing anything on Weed Maps. We'll provide all of the marketing material for all of our dispensaries. It'll be just a one sheet with a QR code, and all they have to do is scan the QR code and poof, or puff, I guess. They'll have the app on it right there. And being a small business owner and doing hustle, I have quite a few different businesses that I run and hustle on the side with everything else. I will work with any dispensary. My job, like I like to say with my agency, my job is not to put you in the hole. My job is to make you money. The more money you make, the more money I can charge you. So it's more successful all around.
There you go. That's awesome. Well, do you want to get into our strain of the week?
Yeah.
So this week I chose lavender because I did not have time to put a poll out. I'm sorry, guys. Life's a little busy. Like you said, trying to multiple hats. And this is one what we do. We created this basically to allow dispensaries to talk about their products, but also to get the education of marijuana out there. And so for all those who are listening, this is for educational purposes only. We're not selling anything other than our great abilities here, our love for marijuana. So,
and any advice or opinion we may give is opinion only, and don't take it for legal, medical, or any other advice.
So please don't come after us.
Yeah, we did all that disclaimer shit, folks.
Okay. Now, on to our strain of the week, which is lavender. We didn't poll this week. We will work on that in the future. But we chose it. It is a local favorite around here. Lavender is an indica dominant hybrid, typically between 60 and 80% indica. It is bred by Soma Seeds.
Soma Seeds.
Soma Seeds. Its parent strains are Super Skunk, Big Skunk Korean, and Afghan Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's interesting. I haven't heard of the last two either.
Afghan Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lavender is my attitude adjustment. She's my personal
She gives you a hug.
I don't know how to describe her, but she's like, okay, when you just got to get control, that's the one I run to.
I've never had a lavender flower at all.
We actually grow it for that reason. My husband and I actually he watched me bounce off a wall. By my with him.
It was, one of those situations that you definitely need some rescue CBD handy. And we've been able to educate people back in the day about that, maybe we wouldn't have had such a bad situation there. But it turned into a wonderful evening regardless.
Anyway,
back to lavender. So it's known for its dense buds, dark purple hues among the cannabis strains, especially at leaf tips. So one of the things some of the times you'll get is also those pink hairs, but they don't seem to stay around. As soon as you harvest, seems like a lot of those pink hairs and stuff like that go and turn like a brown or a dark rusty color.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the unfortunate thing, but it's great to watch it bloom for sure.
I'm starting to see that transition is very common in flowers that present pink and purple.
Yeah.
They turn kind of rusty after you harvest them.
Yeah, it definitely looks that way for sure. And I don't know what it is that,
Probably just the cure.
you know, it's probably a lot like a rose, you know, I mean, obviously it's nice and red, and then when it goes, it's just pretty dull and bleak looking. So the aromas are floral, spicy, often linked to lavender flavor or Afghani hash. So close as you can get to Afghani hash in the flower form.
Interesting.
The effects are relaxing, euphoric, and cerebral high, often leaving users feeling calm, happy, and uplifted with a possible sleepiness or hunger. So she does give you the munchies.
Munchie.
That is a common side effect, but it's a great one when we were doing medical for that reason. So if we had cancer patients, that was one of the ones we would recommend for them on a regular basis because of that reason. So
Yes, lavender is commonly used to manage chronic pain, stress, insomnia, depression, migraines, and GI issues. So that's actually something I was going to comment on and say lavender is quite common around here, or quite popular around here. And my biggest selling point for it is that it helps with nausea so immensely.
Really?
And
Yeah.
just like upset tummy, just achy tummy feeling. Smoke a couple puffs of lavender and it's just like, I'm okay now.
Tastes
You know?
much better than Pepto-Bismol.
For real. Some negatives from lavender, or some users note some mild adverse effects, such as dry mouth, dry eyes, and maybe some mild paranoia.
You know, I can definitely tell you about the dry eyes and the dry mouth. Holy smokes.
Oh my goodness. For
Definitely
cannab-
want Visine on board.
There you go. For cannabinoids and terpenes, the THC content is anywhere from 14% to as high as 17 or 27%, excuse me.
Which is a hell of a range if you think about it. I mean, you're like 13% difference in that variance there.
Mhm. The dominant terpenes include linalool, myrcene, caryophyllene, humulene, and possibly some linalool.
Lionel.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
good stuff for sure. You know what? You find the caryophyllene, I think, quite frequently in a lot of the Afghan strains as well.
that makes sense then.
So, as far as the cultivation details go, lavender typically flowers between 7 to 10 weeks and is considered beginner to intermediate friendly. Now, I will tell you, just from growing experience on lavender, it's one of those high maintenance plants. Don't look for a huge yield out of it for sure, but it's one of those connoisseur flavor kind of things. And as far as its effects and potency and stuff like that, even on the low testing end, I find it to be quite effective regardless of whether the THC is extremely high or not.
Yeah, and she does do a lot of terps too, so she'll range between 3 and 6 on terps on a regular basis. So
Yeah, for growing, I've seen some weird presentations.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Absolutely
if you ignore her,
wonderfully
she can
weird
really act
bonsai
out.
bushes.
Yeah. Yes.
for damn sure. So outdoor plants may yield up to 800 grams per plant. So that's outdoor. Indoor, they're saying that you're looking at about 400 to 650 grams per square meter. What that translates into the English system or the imperial system, I think you'll have to look up on Google.
Kind of sounds like she's just kind of better outside.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's the one thing that I think it'd be interesting to see how her flavor profiles differs from being grown outside to indoor, because I've only experienced it as an indoor plant. I've never experienced it as an outdoor plant.
So
Interesting.
get somebody to create it.
Yeah.
So are you ready to listen to her little song?
Yeah, let's kick it off.
All right. Let me
Is
pull
this
it
the
up.
lavender song?
It
This
is the
our
lavender song.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear it.
Feeling good again. Living again, never win.
Breathing lavender, let it take control. Slow that mind down, let the good vibes roll. Feeling like the sunset glowing on my skin. Smile so wide, I forget what stress been. Lavender, she got me right. Mood check, balance tight. From the stem to the soul, I'm free. Feeling more me than I've ever been, see. Yeah, eyes low but my spirit high. Chilling in the zone, let the chaos fly. No drama, no static, no rush. Lavender hush, I'm floating on plush. Dark purple flower, calm like rain. Takes the edge off, eases the pain. Skunk roots deep, but the floral's loud. I'm on cloud chill, not lost in the crowd. Yeah. Breathing lavender, let it take control. Slow that mind down, let the good vibes roll. Feeling like the sunset glowing on my skin. Smile so wide, I forget what stress been. All lavender, she got me right. Mood check, balance tight. From the stem to the soul, I'm free. Feeling more me than I've ever been, see. When the world gets loud, I get still. When my thoughts get fast, I just chill. Lavender in my lungs, peace in my chest. I ain't chasing nothing, I'm just feeling my best. Yeah. It ain't just the high, it's the why. Lavender's the vibe, not the escape. She's the realignment, back to center, back to self. Yeah. Lavender, yeah, she got me. She got me. She got me. She got me.
And we're back.
Yay. You're really good at that. You missed your calling.
Wow. You know, we try for sure. Michelle's been doing a lot of that work in the background. We all work together as a crew to try to figure it all out. But there's a lot of tools that we use as well.
You did good. You got excellent use of everything. Colors, you got everything in there. You talk to people that don't grow weed and don't know what you guys are talking about. We just like to smoke it. No, it was a great video.
Thank you.
Nice, thanks.
Yeah, a lot of the pictures in there actually were a lot of our plants for this video, just because she is one of my personal favorites. So I made her a little more personal. And some of the pictures in there were actually from our area. So one of the power lines is actually towards our dispensary. And then the dispensary picture was off that thing. So that's like gives you an idea of how like vast we are out here. I mean, we're literally 20 miles from anything. Literally have a dispensary out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
Oh, what did we get? I got called little dispensary on the prairie today.
Boom! Like we are fucking graduated, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we're not just like the dispensary on the highway.
Yeah.
Little dispensary on the prairie. Dude, we have to fucking trademark that one.
Yeah, you do.
It was funny. It was cute. I liked it.
Amen to that.
Kind of fits our little world. But yeah, we made it to the local paper because the goats had gotten out on the highway next to the dispensary.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in the roundup papers like goats out by dispensary.
We gotta mention.
Watch for the goats. They keep breaking out.
It's all over their Facebook page. Look out for the goats by the dispensary. They're on the highway.
They're moving a little slow and they've got bloodshot eyes. So be careful.
I need to go back and I need to pay that guy to like put his goats back on the highway. It's great advertising. Montana traffic jam, folks.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was pretty. Like we were all like trying to worry about it, and then their little dog that they had kept getting in the highway and trying to keep him off the road. It was a bad situation actually.
Oh, shit.
Trying to get people to slow down, like don't hit the dog, don't hit the goat.
Stop at the dispensary.
You need to see us anyway. Come on.
Right?
Those things are master escape artists, I'll tell you that.
They really are.
trying to keep them inside of anything seems to be a challenge for everybody that I know that deals with goats.
Speaking of the challenge, should we do some stoner trivia?
Boom.
Yes.
Yeah. But I gotta play your little song first. So hang
Okay.
on.
Smoking like a rasta, feeling so high. We talk about cannabis and getting fly. Are you smarter than a stoner? Let's find out. Listen up,
B, the
my
plant's
friends.
flavor
I
and
got
aroma
something to
compounds.
shout. Cannabis
C, the plant's
knowledge,
fibers.
let it flow through your mind. Getting blazed, smoking loud. We all unwind. Trivia questions, can you keep up the pace? Let's see if you're sharper in this smoky haze.
And we are back.
And Tanaki is
Oops,
ready.
hold on. I popped my mic out of the stand.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, she's fixing that. I will bring
She's going She-Ra on us over here.
us up.
Yeah, I've broke it twice tonight.
Okay.
Are you smarter than a stoner?
Hell no.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, no, these questions are kind of difficult this week. Sorry.
So
Question number 1. Which nutrient deficiency causes yellowing between the veins of older leaves? A, phosphorus. B, nitrogen. C, magnesium. Or D, potassium.
damn. I'm guessing, but I'm gonna put my guesses.
I thought I uploaded a picture into the corner, but I guess I didn't. Maybe it's on the next one. I also did it on my phone this week, so it's not my fault if there's any mess ups.
There you go. You know, it's a crazy week.
What
She
you got
spent
out there
all
in the
day
chat?
helping us, getting us ready. So
You guys have had a big week.
Yeah.
it's been a crazy week.
Well, you were talking earlier, in the segment before we get to that about having great employees and stuff. I mean, Tanaki has been one of those who've come on board with our organization and just, gone above and beyond and does this with us as well as being one of the top bud tenders and store managers that we have currently at our organization. We certainly couldn't do it without her. So got to give her a quick shout out on that too.
Absolutely.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
All right. This is my guess.
B,
Got a B from Michelle.
nitrogen. I'm going to take C.
Got a C from Nate. Magnesium.
I did potassium.
Oh,
Okay,
pass.
guessing D. Montana Mama out there guessing. Is that a B or a D?
Looks
I
like a
can't see
B.
it from here.
it's a B.
All right.
Montana Mama.
I think
Got the
that's
B.
Hannah.
All
I
right.
can't
You
remember,
ready?
Question number 1. Which nutrient deficiency causes yellowing between the veins of older leaves? That is C, magnesium.
That's
Ma-
lame.
Magnesium. More CalMag. More CalMag.
CalMag's always the answer. It really is. Question number 2. Which nutrient is essential for strong root development? A, phosphorus. B, nitrogen. C, potassium. Or D, calcium.
Do, 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 do.
I'll tell you what, I'm so happy that I kind of like progressed in this and I no longer have the whole thing on my phone to read from. Oh my goodness, I've made so many different slides. I have so many different like documents open in Google, not in Google, in like Google Docs. I have so many different documents with questions and answers. It would all be lost and confused at this point.
Well, based on your last answer, I'm going to say, I'm guessing, but I'm going to say D.
Michelle, guessing D.
Nate, I'm
also
gonna
getting some
have
D.
to follow up with her.
Got anybody out there in the chat?
What you got, chat?
Unless he's going with C.
She going with C. We've got
Tia guessing C.
Montana Mama. What you got?
And with potassium.
Montana Mama also guessing C.
C. Potass.
Question number 2. Which nutrient is essential for strong root development? That is A, phosphorus.
Darn.
Got all y'all.
We got dunked on, folks.
That shock scared Chucky awake.
Wait, what are we doing?
Number
Tanaka
3.
came with the curveball.
Mhm. Got all y'all. Number 3. Which cannabinoid is non-psychoactive and may reduce inflammation? That is A, THC, B, CBG, letter C, CBN, or letter D, CBD. I'm sorry, I hate trying to say them the whole way out because I just stuttered all the whole thing. But then I gotta remember to switch these ones or something.
Like 1, 2, 3.
Ugh, I keep thinking about it and I never do it.
All right.
WXYZ. Maybe I should switch them to the end of the alphabet.
All right.
So, which cannabinoid is non-psychoactive?
I go with C.
Is it THC, CBG, CBN, or CBD? Maybe I should just say it like that.
All right.
Mhm.
I went with
I went
C.
with C.
That's natural.
Yeah, it did.
All right.
It kind of felt forced though, because
All right.
not saying the letters first. I tried.
CBD.
Damn.
Shall read the answer for me.
So the
I don't
anti
think stoners know the answer to these questions. I think you guys need to change this to like, what do growers know? Smarter than a grower. Because we're like, what's the best combination of munchies? All right. Like, the chocolate, the sugar, the like chocolate covered pretzels. Oh, yes.
Yes.
yeah, I tried to go with very scientific and like research based questions.
She tries to stump us every week is her goal. She wants to see
Yeah,
if she can
Good
get
luck with the
us.
last one.
You're whooping our asses. You're doing great.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like the principal's office all over again. Just
I'm sorry. Question number 4 is kind of rough.
Okay, here we
Great.
go.
Okay.
Question number 4. What is the significance of the decarboxylation process in cannabis consumption?
Mhm.
And what specific changes occur during this process? A. It increases the bioavailability of terpenes. THCA and CBDA are converted into water-soluble forms. B. It converts CBD into THC when exposed to prolonged light or heat. C. It reduces the plant's chlorophyll content. Cannabinoids become more potent. Or D. It activates the psychoactive compounds. THCA is converted to THC and CBDA is converted to CBD through heat application. So that question again is, what is the significance of the decarboxylation process in cannabis consumption and what specific changes occur?
Damn.
This is the very, very scientific question of what the fuck happens when you smoke.
Man, oh man.
What happens when you smoke? Well,
Just
What
dispelling
happens
the myth of
when
the stupid stoner,
you light
like right off the bat, like
the
holy
bulb?
smoke.
she tries to stop. This is her goal.
Montana mama out there guessing D.
D.
I'm going with D as well.
D.
Nate also guessing D.
Looks like we got
Like it's
triple
a house
Ds.
full of D's.
D, and then I included or A. D or A.
D or
Okay.
A.
Both of those sound scientific enough.
It's a 50-50 split. Like
All right.
So, number 4, what is the significance of the decarboxylation process in cannabis consumption? And what specific changes occur during said process? That is D. It
Come on.
activates the psychoactive compounds. THCA is converted to THC and CBDA is converted into CBD.
Pew,
through
pew, pew, pew,
heat.
pew, pew, pew.
Yay! We got one.
The long question of what the fuck happens when you light the bowl.
What happens when you light the bowl?
Oh my
I
god!
smoke-
Just get high.
The back end of when you guys make it into oil or something.
What happens when you light the bowl is I smoke, but I don't exhale.
All right. Are we ready for media for news?
Some
Oh, yeah.
news with Nate.
Well, let's do that
wait.
that mental health run real quick,
Oh,
and then
yes.
we can bust into the news.
Okay. I will let you.
So, real quickly, folks, tomorrow we've got the mental health awareness run that's kicking off out there in Columbus. Going to be going on at 9:00 in the morning. Is the first stop at the Bearded Viking. Second stop is going to be at Pops Inn. Third stop going to be Second Shift right here in Billings. Fourth stop going to be the Pryor Creek out there in Huntley. And the final stop will be the Redemption Bar out in Ballantyne. Auction and 50 going on. Again, all bikes, all cars are welcome. It's open to all bikes and cars. So that's tomorrow, Saturday, September 6th, out there at Columbus, 9:00 in the morning. So get out there, check it out, see what's going on.
Yep. Welcome to join in whenever along that route.
Definitely, for sure. If you-
First stop starting at 9 a.m.
and I imagine, like most of them, they probably stay about an hour at each location and then pop down the road. So if it starts at 9, Bearded Viking, probably around 10:00 ish, be at Pops Inn, 11 somewhere in that area at Second Shift, and then noon roughly at Pryor Creek.
That's going to be an awesome little run, honestly. I think that.
Yeah.
And don't forget, at that final stop, there is going to be an auction.
And 50-50.
I don't know what that means, the 50-50.
So basically they sell tickets or whatever, and if they raise like $1,000 or whatever, like $500 goes to the club, and $500 goes to the 50-50 winner. And I mean, sometimes those pots
okay.
can get really big. They could be like $2,000-$3,000.
Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah, no problem.
We had at the golf tournament, I think that she raised, I want to say it was like $900 for the 50-50.
Nice.
Like quite a bit. And then we gave half of that to the school, to the booster club to help out with whatever they needed. But yeah, 50-50s are awesome.
Yeah, it's a great way to raise some money real quick for clubs and stuff like that.
Right. And if you get the right person selling them, man, they will sell the crap out of them.
Ain't that the
It's
truth?
only
kidding.
$1, like here.
My manager ran around and she's short and she said, I'm sure she hit you guys up. And she said, here's an arm length for 20 or an arm length for 10, but I'll include the boobs for 20. And she sold so many of them. It was amazing.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Sell it however you can. I tell you
Yep.
what.
She rocked that.
Well, I guess we better bust off into the news real quick, and that way we can get everybody home to bed.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Some news with Nate.
This update's fresh and real. Tune in with Nate, it's the big deal. Cannabis news with Nate, let's go. Every story makes you go. Stay informed, don't be late. Cannabis news with Nate.
And we're back.
We're back. We're just admiring this grasshopper over here that's trying to take the mic. He's over there on, what is that, mic number 4?
Yeah, something like that. It's a big old grasshopper.
Yeah, anyways.
Sorry.
Getting back to the news real quick. Right here in Montana is where we're going to kick it off. Great Falls gets a grower. So, yeah, there has been a cannabis cultivation permit that has been issued in the town of Great Falls. So they're starting to give their restrictions just a little bit of lax over there. They weren't allowing anybody inside the city limits at any of the Great Falls cannabis dispensaries or cultivations or anything like that. Now they have conditional use permits that they're allowing for, and this is the first one that's happening out there. Bobby Long, his dispensary is going to be the first one hitting that area, but in heavy industrial zones, they're looking at allowing on a case-by-case basis, cannabis operations. So starting to see a little bit of lax on the restrictions going on over there. And I'm hoping this is a trend that we're going to see not only just there, but starting to trickle down Billings and other places. And maybe these cities will finally understand that people really want cannabis where it's convenient for them to get a hold of it.
Convenient, easily accessible. They can just walk right down the street. They don't want to have to travel to the sketchy part of town or into the weird warehouse areas.
Right. And like there's 50 shops that are just slammed on each other and stuff like that. I mean, it's really hard for people to stay in business that way, and it's not a very consistent business model.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult for them.
So interesting new study dropped showing some really awesome and positive information. The University of Michigan study says counties that opened their first legal cannabis dispensaries saw opioid-related deaths drop by over 30% over the following decade. So basically, they've been able to go out, take some real-world data samples, and it's just not a small sample size either. The researchers looked at opioid mortality rates from 2014 to 2018 across 100 U.S. counties, and that pattern was pretty clear that there was a 30% reduction in opioid deaths, which is pretty damn awesome if you think about it.
That's amazing. And
That's
awesome.
amazing. That is really amazing.
When you think about, I mean, pain control though, and narcotics and like fentanyl and morphine and these medications that these people are taking, and they're not feeling effects, and then they take the pill, they're not remember if they took the pills, and then they take another pill, and the next thing you know, they have 5 or 6 pills on board in less than a 12-hour period. And that's just prescribed ones. That's not the illegal stuff that's going on. That's just prescribed medications that's happening.
Well, and this is some of the stuff that we've been saying for years, for sure, within the industry. And I'll tell you, the one thing that's really awesome about this is actually having some peer-reviewed studies that are backing that shit up.
Does that mean that they might remove? So I've seen it as an issue in like the emergency hospitals, the clinics, the emergency clinic.
Yes.
ER. Excuse me, I couldn't think of the name. Where if it's in your record that you've used cannabis at all, they immediately label you as a narcotic seeker, a drug seeker.
You know, that's an interesting one in and of itself. I think that
it's something I've personally witnessed and faced.
I've had it actually happen to me as well. They're like, "Oh, you're a cannabis user, you know, so you got a drug flag," and you're like, "I have a recommendation from a doctor to use cannabis, so I don't understand why that would be a drug flag."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just thinking about it because actually, I just talked to a GI doctor, and they told me that my problem was more than likely cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome or whatever. But they're still going to go on with all the testing. But they saw it was in my profile, and they immediately wanted to blame everything on cannabis.
Sure, yeah.
And I've seen it when I've been into the ER before, where they, you use cannabis in your profile. It's in there. We're just not going to give you pain meds for a while.
Right.
You're going to be okay.
And I think that the more and more we can educate them, the better off it's going to be. But there's a lot of ignorance that goes around with, especially with the cannabis hyperemesis. I know that it's a true thing. I know that people can get it, you know, especially a lot of overuse of cannabinoids. But I think it also goes back to the terpene thing as well. If, you know, you're hungry, you haven't eaten or anything else like that, you smoke something like lavender that really induces some hunger, that may cause you to feel a little bit nauseous and stuff like that, just because you're low on blood sugar anyway. And so you're automatically getting kicked into that munchie mode while you already have the munchies. And so that may actually play into some of that. And I've seen a lot of people, they will eat stuff before using, or they'll eat stuff after using, and they seem to have no issues with a lot of that. And depending on what strains they use, it could make them nauseous because it makes them a little too hyper, a little too sensitive and stuff like that.
Anxious.
A little too anxious. So, I think it's going to be awesome to see a lot more of these studies come out, though, that really get into that.
I'm wondering if a lot of it isn't the hypermesis syndrome isn't actually just the overuse of additional terpenes.
That could be, sure.
Because it's because the doctor I was talking to said it's more common, the hypermesis syndrome, cannabinoid hypermesis syndrome, whatever, CHS, I think is what it's called. Short term. They said it's more common and more prevalent in people that use concentrates.
Okay, which makes sense. Yeah.
And so that's why in my brain I was wondering if it wasn't the additional terpenes that they're throwing in, or just it's too much.
It could be for sure. And, I think with that concentrated level too, I mean, depending on when you're using it, how you're using it, and maybe you're definitely hitting a little of that overdose with the terpenes, or way too many of one type of terpene.
I mean, shit, some people think you have to drop 0.5 gram dab to fucking take a dab. So,
Yeah.
It might be the difference between living where, we have the Mecca here in Missoula County of dispensaries, but I was just at my OBG earlier this week. And, they're like, what medications do you take? And I said, none. And going through the list of everything. And they said, well, I smoke pot. And he goes, well, we're not putting that in your file because nobody needs to know. And also that's probably why you're not taking any medications.
Right.
Like, well, yeah, I agree. So a little bit of a different view over here on this side of the world or on this side of the past versus where you guys are from the medical industry.
It very much so. And working as a nurse for almost 20 years, this side of the state is very still, when it comes to medicine, not educated at all. And they don't want to be. That's a sad part. They really don't. They want to stay in their little box, and they don't want to go past that.
Yep. All cannabis users are meth heads,
Oh, yes.
We're in the same categories, obviously.
That's still a prevalent, attitude with legislators, with a lot of different people, and trying to explain to them, like we heard throughout this legislative session, that we're just people who pass dope across the counter, and, people should make a lot more money than us, despite the fact that we produce a hell of a lot more taxes and everything for the state than anybody else. But you look at the industry we've been able to build, not just in Montana, but throughout the United States and throughout the globe, Canada and several other places. I mean, it's pretty awesome to see the vastness of this industry that us lazy stoners are able to tackle in such a short amount of time.
And do that without banking, and do that without tax relief, and do that without everything else that comes along with other businesses.
Talk about innovation.
And all the people we've helped on top of that.
Yes.
Just so many people that they never would have tried it. They never had it before, that they come in and they're like, hey, I heard this can help my joints.
Definitely.
Heard this can help me sleep.
Well, and having all these university studies and everything else like that back up everything we've been saying for years and years. And they're like, oh, those stoners are absolutely whack jobs. They're crazy. There's no scientific medicine capabilities of all that shit. And all the doctors are like, well, now that we've actually done a study on it,
they might actually use
them stoners might be onto something here, pal. So much so that the alcohol industry now wants to take over. So getting back to the news, though, real quick, MDMA showing promises for depression. New research shows that MDMA-assisted therapy, yes, the same MDMA that fueled the 90s rave scene for sure, can significantly reduce symptoms of major depression disorder. In controlled studies, patients paired with trained therapists saw improved remarks in their mood, motivation, overall well-being. This follows similar breakthrough in MDMA therapies for PTSD, which is already on track for possible FDA approval. So it's pretty amazing to see how quickly a lot of these, what we call psychoactive drugs and stuff like that, are really coming into play with the new medicines that we're starting to be open to, and I'm glad to see that getting done in our society.
I just think it's so funny that as a society we were like, excuse us, can we smoke pot? And they're like, let's do fucking research on these hard ass psychedelics. Let's go.
No, you cannot smoke pot. Like, fuck you. Like, that stuff's bad for you. But hey,
you know what?
MDMA,
Yeah, you want to think about taking some MDMA or whatever to fucking cure your depression?
and if
How
that
about
worked for you,
shroomies?
how about some ketamine?
We got this. Hang on to your hat, folks.
Oh, it's gonna be a great clip later.
We're all of a sudden like, hey, don't be taking that ecstasy, you know, in the 90s. You don't be taking that pill right there. And now all of a sudden we're like, hey,
Hey.
are you like needing to boost your mood? Like, why don't you go ahead and take some MDMA? You know, for sure.
Right.
Dare officers everywhere are fucking rolling over in their grave.
No kidding.
So, anyways, there's a $1 billion boo-boo that just happened, and I think it's going to hit Montana. And I think right now is the tip of the iceberg of what is happening. But more than 24 cannabis testing labs have filed a $1 billion lawsuit against equipment manufacturer Revity and Perkins Elmer, claiming they sold machines that could not meet state mandated accuracy standards. So, if true, this is catastrophic because testing laboratories are the gatekeepers of the cannabis industry. And essentially what they're saying is that these machines, they said that they could pass all of these tests, they could do all of these things. And when they actually were put up against hardcore, rigorous standards and for all of these machines, they weren't able to actually pass those tests. And it's showing a lot of false positives, all kinds of other things that shouldn't be there. So, I mean, really, this is putting a whole lot of doubt on the entire testing industry itself within the cannabis realm.
Damn.
This is popping off out of Canada first. So our friends up there are really on it. They saw a lot of this going on. The lawsuit alleges fraud, saying the company knew the equipment was unreliable but sold it anyway. And I'm wondering, go ahead. I'm wondering how many people here in Montana may have some of the same equipment.
Yeah. I know I wrote those names down so I can talk to my people, make sure they are all good to go.
So, yeah, that's crazy, the thing, because I don't know. I mean, I know that we're still dealing with the Nordic situation, but there are also there's apparently a lab in Lockwood that's supposed to go.
Yeah, we've heard mumblings of a lab,
but I
in
haven't
Lockwood
heard
for a
anything
while.
since.
Seen nothing really official.
So,
Well, and I'm wondering how much, I mean, if this is sort of prevalent throughout a lot of this equipment, how much are you going to see that, you're going to have products mislabeled?
Fucking fudging numbers.
Fudging numbers for damn sure. You're also going to see, people that really are losing their damn businesses when they really shouldn't be. Grows going out because they had a failed pesticide test, and shit, there was no failed pesticides.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because I know that there's like some situations where these people have submitted a large amount of distillates or carts and that kind of stuff, and they've shown up positive. You have to completely to get rid of it. You can't do anything with it.
Mm-mm.
You have thousands and thousands of dollars of product you just got to destroy.
Straight up.
So do you think that that's going to come down as more news comes out that it's going to affect a lot of Montana dispensaries too?
I would imagine, right now it's just the testing laboratories themselves in Canada and some other places have sued this equipment manufacturer, basically alleging fraud. I would imagine that as they start to figure out whether this is true or not, how many businesses it actually affected, because the tests that they put out there would then be unreliable. And if the tests were unreliable and it, say, put a grower out of business because they had to throw away a crop or something like that, well, that could be damages there. I mean, and again, not legal advice. Disclaimer.
We're just talking and visiting. If you happen to catch this, great.
But I'm just trying to think this through as a normal business owner. That if I'm put out of damn business and I find out that the laboratory equipment was faulty, and this equipment manufacturer knew that it was selling faulty equipment and it caused my business to be damaged, then I really see this turning into a big class action lawsuit fairly quickly.
Oh yeah. I feel like as soon as it is proven what models are faulty, what things aren't actually up to standard, I feel like it's gonna be a really big lawsuit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look here in Montana, I don't know what machines everyone's rocking in their own labs and stuff.
Right.
But we currently have a fucking monopoly on our labs.
We
only have one lab open and running because the other one is having issues. They didn't pass their inspection, yada, yada, whatever. I don't know their situation, but we're supposed to have two. We only have one.
Yeah. And I mean, where's the balance for damn sure? And I appreciate Fidelity. You know, I mean, it's not their fault that anybody else is in the position that they're in. They're trying to deal with it what they can. They got the fortunate position of being the winner at this position. But the one thing
taking forever.
What if some of the equipment they're using? I'm not saying they do. I don't know their equipment. What if some of the equipment is this equipment, or what if some of the equipment that is failing for the other laboratories is this equipment? I mean, and what if they're using this equipment to try to check them? Yeah. I mean, obviously you're using something to balance it against. So you feel like you have a calibrated machine, then you take a sample on your machine, take it to the calibrated machine. Obviously they have to match, and so that that it's calibrated properly. So what
that little meme with the dog in the burning house?
Yeah, we're in.
Yeah, we're just all sitting there sipping our cup of tea, saying we're fine. Everything's fucked around us. We don't know what's good, what's bad.
Well, with that, I think we're pretty good on the news. I mean, it just letting us know that cannabis is not on the fringe anymore. There's all kinds of studies, all kinds of information, everything coming out and letting us know that we're in the mainstream for damn sure. But before we go, let's give Tia an opportunity to give herself a little bit of a shameless plug. Let everybody know where to find you, what's going on out there. And we greatly appreciate you joining us.
You guys are so much fun. You guys are just so much fun. I love your podcast, and hanging out with you at the golf tournament was it was a blast. I really enjoyed it. And thank you again so much for coming over there, by the way.
Definitely.
I know you guys have put in a huge day today, and you've got to be tired, and here you are just plugging away. So if anybody has any questions, one thing, I don't take competing businesses within the same region. So I don't think it's really fair to offer my best advice to one company and then turn around and sell it to the neighbor. That just seems a little shady. That's why I don't do radio anymore. I don't take any competing businesses, but keep an eye out for our app. I took a team across the state, and we've been to every locally owned dispensary. If you haven't seen your information come across your desk, let me know. Or return my phone call or text or anything else that we put out there. I really think that this app is a really good, it's a good potential for all of our locally owned dispensaries to get the information out that we want to our clients. And as consumers, we want to know what's going on, and you can do push notifications. And just really engage your direct clientele on a one-to-one basis. And then I've also, there's a lot of great things going on. So if you're interested at all, you can always email me at Tia, TIA, at vividmarketinganddesign.com, or call or text 406-207-0455.
Make sure you get a hold of her, folks.
Yeah. And thank you again, guys, so much for having me on. It's been really a lot of fun.
Well, we enjoyed having you, and we'll have to have you back sometime in the near future and chat some more about what's going on over there in your side of the state.
Yeah, we've got some cool things going on around over here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll talk to you soon, Tia. You have a great weekend. Everybody else, remember about that mental health awareness run kicking off in Columbus tomorrow. And we greatly appreciate you. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm sorry. Saturday, September 6th. I saw Saturday. I thought it was tomorrow. Saturday, September 6th, folks, is when you want to be out there in Columbus. I'm well ahead of myself.
We have a whole month to get to promote that.
Whoop, whoop.
Yay.
all episode and saying it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people
Do
are
not
gonna
show
go
up
do it.
tomorrow. If you want to do a poker run tomorrow, go ahead, but there's going to be no 50-50 or no auction.
Oops.
Those are great places to hit the poker run anyway.
They are. Redemption's a great bar. I really enjoyed that one.
I agree. All right. Well, with that, I think we'll say
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
good night.
Have a good one. Thank you guys for watching.
Stay lifted.
Don't forget to like, share, and follow. Subscribe, all the things.
Do
all the
all that
buttons.
great crap.
All the buttons.